The West Indies under-19 team will have a 7-match tour of South Africa in mid-year as they continue preparations for the International Cricket Council's under-19 World Cup. West Indies won their first under-19 World Cup in February 2016 in Bangladesh. The history of cricket as a subject could be added to the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate (CSEC) examinations under the Physical Education curriculum, if the West Indies Cricket Board (WICB) has its way, the Jamaican Star has reported. WICB Marketing and Communications Manager Carol Beckford says that the body wants to have the subject added, saying the intention is to have the younger generation understand how important the sport is to Caribbean unity. Premier League transfer news latest. Sky Sports News HD, Man United, Arsenal, West Ham, etc.
Let's start with the biggest deal so far of the transfer window, and that is West Ham's attempt to sign Jermain Defoe. Now, this is a state of play. West Ham have made a £6 million offer. That's been rejected by Sunderland. West Ham, though, are willing to pay more, but Sunderland's valuation is close to £15 million for a 34-year-old striker. Now, this is what West Ham manager Slaven Bilic had to say this morning.
He does the things that are the most important in a football game, and that's goals. You know, and he's scoring them. He scored them last year, and in every game it's not only scoring goals. He's got chances. He's in chances, and the most of the chances he is converting them into goals. So he's an excellent player, of course.
Now, Defoe is not the only striker West Ham have made a bid for this week. They're also interested in signing Scott Hogan from Brentford. We believe they've made a bid of £10 million, but that has been turned down as well. Hogan valued it up to £15 million by Brentford. Now, Reading, Norwich, Aston Villa and Watford are also interested. Hogan wants Premier League football. This again is what Slaven Bilic had to say this morning.
Scott is a good player. I watched him a few times. He's scoring goals. He's very sharp, very quick, really good finisher. He does it in the championship. He's very young and a really good prospect and a good player now.
It all seems to be about West Ham United this morning. Another player they're interested in signing is Glen Johnson. Now, West Ham want cover at right back, but Stoke don't want to sell, even though Johnson has just 6 months left on his contract. Stoke say they have an option to extend his deal. Now, of course, Johnson started his career at West Ham 15 years ago. It's not just about West Ham this morning. Let's go to Arsenal, and here it says that a deal is close for Cohen Bramall. Well, the latest information I'm just getting is that Arsenal have completed that deal, and the fee is a bit more than that. I think the fee will end up being about £100,000. But could Arsenal also be selling players, buying more players? Well, Arsene Wenger has been talking this morning as usual. He's been keeping his cards pretty close to his chest. He says Arsenal have not had any offers for full-backs Carl Jenkinson and Matthew Debussy, and he won't be drawn on reports of interest in Porto full-back Ricardo Pereira.
Who is coming out, going out at the moment? Nobody. Who is coming in? Nobody. But you know, for us the best way would have be to get Cazorla back, to get Danny Welbeck back. Anyway, with very little hope to find players of that quality in the January transfer market. So the best way to deal with that is to get our injured players back.
Regional news up next.